Hello everyone and welcome to my channel and my first video ever. Today we will be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag as a way for you to get to know me better before I actually start talking about my favorite books, TV shows, etc. So let's just get right into it. So the first point in this tag is, why did you start this channel? So you probably don't know this, but I live in Argentina, and that means that we're currently on our summer break. And the thing is that I'm a really introvert person. So when it comes to my ideal summer break day, I usually spend it on Netflix, watching a movie or watching a TV show, or maybe going to the cinema, maybe reading a book. And I do not know a lot of people who enjoy reading books or watching the movies and TV shows that I like. So I started this channel as a way of communicating and connecting with people that share my same interests, so as not to be so lonely. On the other side, I also was spending a lot of time doing nothing because, I have like 3 months all to myself to do whatever I want. So I decided to start doing something productive or something that would take some time, and that's pretty much it. So let's just move on to the second point in this tag. The second point in this book tag is, what are some interesting or unique things you can bring into the community? And honestly, I don't know. I'm not really creative. Yeah, I think the most interesting thing is that I'm doing my videos with PowerPoint slides because I don't want to show my face, and that's pretty much it. And maybe this isn't even the most creative thing someone has ever done, so probably nothing. And yes, that says a lot about me. Third point in this book tag is, what are you most excited for about this channel? So what I'm most excited about is to use this channel as a tool or a mean to connect with other people that share my own interests and getting my opinion about different things out there, because I've always been a person who really likes to transmit what I'm thinking on current events or books or TV shows or movies or music, whatever. So yeah, that's something that I'm really excited about. And yes, now let's move on. So the next point that we will be covering in this book tag is, why do I love reading? So I mean, I don't know. First of all, it depends on the genre, because I do not like reading history because of the same reason I like reading fantasy or sci-fi. So I like reading fantasy to escape reality sometimes when I had a bad day or when I'm bored and I can no longer tolerate being in reality. I just grab a book and I'm transported into a different place, different time, with different rules and different people, and I'm so immersed that I really forget that I'm really not part of that. And so it's a really magical feeling that I really like. Then I like reading sci-fi because it really puts into my head the idea of what we could become in the future if we're not careful, or if we put enough time into science or something like that. So it's a really weird thought, but it's something I really think about while reading sci-fi. That what if this happened? What if this didn't happen? And all of that. And well, then I like reading autobiographies or memoirs or biographies because I get inspired by people. I love reading about people's history because I get so inspired and I can learn so much. And then I like reading history, for example, because I learn from the past. I'm really interested in that, and it's the complete opposite from sci-fi, where like we do not have to commit the same mistake that we did in the past as a society, or the other way around. In this period of time, this person did something amazing and we should do it again sometime, which usually is not the case. Most of the time in history, I'm more of like, I like reading history because it's more of we have to learn from this and move on and do not repeat it again. So yeah, I know this shouldn't be so long, but yeah, I'm really specific when it comes to why do I love things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. These are the reasons why I love reading different genres and stuff like that. And now let's move on to the fifth point in this book tag. So the two books that got me into reading are The Diary of Anne Frank and Emily of New Moon, or Emily la de Luna Nueva, by Lucy Montgomery. I read them both when I was 10, almost 11 years old, and I put the pictures in Spanish because I actually read them in Spanish, so I wanted to put out, the original books that I've read. So yeah. So the challenge that I hope to overcome by starting this channel is to lose the fear of people at school discovering my channel and seeing my face. Like, basically, I am afraid that if I post a video with my face on it, people at school are going to find it and make fun of me. Which is kind of dumb, because I usually don't really care what they say about me. I mean, I'm really not really interested in what they say about me. It's just that I don't really care, because 4 more years and I will never see them again. So if they have an opinion on me, it's like, I don't care, you're just a small factor in my whole life. But the thing with the YouTube channel is that if they ever found it with my face on it, they would make those 4 years hell. They would probably not. They will tease me about it, and I'm afraid that will happen, because even though they're only 4 years, I have to go through them. So I don't care going through those 4 years with everyone hating me, but at least hating me, but not calling me names or teasing me about a YouTube channel and stuff. I don't know if you get it, but it has a logic on my head. So that's my biggest fear. People seeing my channel and recognizing me. And I hope to overcome that one day and stop doing these crappy videos with PowerPoint slides and start showing my face and my bedroom and my shelves. But that's not going to happen any moment soon, I'm afraid. But I hope that someday it will. Now, next point. So, when it comes to explaining when did I start reading, there's 3 different years. So in 2015, I read my first real book. No illustrations, no big font and small, short paragraphs, like a big book. But then in 2016, I read my first, fiction books, like Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Emily of New Moon, but still I read 4 books a year. And in 2017, it was the first year that I read a lot of books, 60 books, and that was a huge deal for me, because from reading 4 books a year, I jumped to reading 60 books a year. And I think that was because over the years I started to care less what other people thought about me, and I started not really caring if they approved of my love for reading and books or not. So I just started reading at school, on the bus, and so on. So I read more. So even though 2015 was the first year that I read an actual book, I think 2017 should be the year that officially starts my reading life or a reader life, because it was the first year that I actually stopped caring what others thought about me and started reading without any fear of what others were going to say, and really loved reading and enjoyed it overall. So when it comes to reading, I usually get the most reading done on public transportation, because that's what I use to come back from school, and in my bedroom, really, because that's where I spend most of my time. And fun fact, the picture on the left is how a public bus looks like here in Buenos Aires. And let's move on to the last point in this book tag. So these are the 5 main type of books that I read: fantasy, dark fantasy, sci-fi, history, and biographies and memoirs. And we made it to the end of the book tag, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what type of video do you want to see next. Any recommendations, just leave everything down below, and subscribe if you liked my video, and please like it, that would really mean a lot to me. And excuse my accent, please. I know my Argentinian accent is present while I speak in English, but yeah, it's I know it's not the best English you ever heard of, but I'm trying my best. So also feel free to leave down below in the comments any recommendation how to speak English better or any corrections. I would gladly appreciate that, and see you next time. Bye!